Hey, you're watching Big Lou Barbecue and other things I want to do. I'm Big Lou, and this is what I've got going on for you. I'm kind of doing an update to a video I did last year. Last year, the Kaduf company sent me one of these pellet tube smokers. I'd never used one of them before, and I didn't have any pellets because I don't have a pellet grill. All I had was wood chips. It says wood chips work just fine. And I've been smoking salt with it, very similar to the way I did in that video, except now I use a different grill. And using wood chips. Usually hickory tastes the best. I've tried mesquite. It was a little too strong. But the hickory wood chips, they last about 90 minutes in this thing, and then my salt is done. Wood pellets are supposed to last for hours, so I don't know how smoky I can get this salt, but I'm gonna try wood pellets this time. Now, I hadn't wanted to try wood pellets because I don't have a pellet grill, and I wasn't interested in buying a 40 or 50 pound pack of wood pellets if wood chips work. So wood chips do work on this. By the way, you can see that I have used this quite extensively. At least once a month I have been smoking salt. I did try smoking cheese with it once too. All right, but anyway, you can get pellets in 2 pound packages. So I found these at the Wally World. So I'm like, you know, that'll work in this. So let's try this. It was only a couple bucks, maybe $3, $3, you know. So hey, willing to try the pellets this time. Stuff kind of looks like the hamster food my son used to feed his hamsters before they died. All right, and I'm going to be smoking this whole thing of kosher salt right here. Once it's done, we're gonna funnel it back into this jar and I'll have some smoked salt. All right, so we'll tell you that I've been real pleased with this tube. Now, Kaduf contacted me when they sent me this tube last year. They asked to send it to me. I said, that's great, send it to me. Then after I made the video, they wanted me to check out a square tube and a tray, and like, I don't need all that. All I want to do is smoke salt. So this is the only one I got. So I'm sure the other products are fine. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this salt smoked up. Now, you're supposed to light this with a propane torch. I know y'all thinking the world must be coming to an end, because you see Big Lou using both pellets and propane. Yeah, I know. These tubes here, that might be a gateway to the harder drugs. I mean, the harder grills. It might wind up with pellet grill. Nope, I won't. I promise. I'll keep this straight. I'll keep it under control, y'all. Just the pellets in the tube. I promise. Propane and pellets on Big Lou's show. Pigs are flying. Y'all see those? Wow. Devil's getting cold, putting a jacket on down yonder. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a flame going there. They're burning. And when it dies down and starts smoldering and smoking, we'll lay it down on its side, put the grate on, and we'll start smoking this salt. All right, it's been going now for about 10 minutes. So I figured it'll start smoldering and smoking just like that. Put the grate on. Come on off of here. Couldn't get it. Put down that pan. Now, I've had that barbecue pan a long time. And before I had it, it was my grandfather's. So I've eaten a lot of stuff off of this pan my entire life, as long as I can remember. Because he used to cook in one of those old Weber Smoky Mountains from the 80s. Now we're just gonna pour this kosher salt right in here. I like to kind of pour it into little mounds because you get more surface area with it instead of keeping it all flat. And we're just gonna let it smoke. I'll use that to keep it in. So what I do, I put these ridges in there, gets more surface area, so more salt gets exposed to the smoke. Pick this up, put it on there. Okay, that's saying, no, just over 150, maybe 160, that's good. Smoke still coming out of the vent hole there. And so let's go ahead and take a look at it. It's been a few hours, and this is taking on a yellow color, but the yellow color is getting darker. When I do it with just hickory chips, it takes on an orange-brown color a little sooner. But this has been going about 2 or 3 hours now. And interested to see if it tastes any better, any stronger, any different than it does with the hickory chips, because I've been doing it with the hickory chips. But it smells pretty good. It's a different smell than the hickory chips, but it smells good. And this is that hickory wood pellet. So what I do is just stir it up and then try to get A lot of surface area exposed to the smoke. We'll put these little crevices and stuff in there like that. All right, cover it back up. I won't peek at it again for another hour or so, unless it runs out. All right, let's check it. It's been on just at about 4 hours, and it's got this golden brown color. When I use the hickory chips, it probably has more of a rust brown color, but this is more of an orange brown color. This is more of a golden brown color. And I could probably stop it here. Let's see how much of the, you know what? I don't know if you can see where that is, but because the paddle's in the way. Let me see if I can do it like this. There's about 20%, maybe 15% of those chips left. So probably within the next hour. So I'm just gonna let it go for another hour. Now remember with the hickory chips, it takes about 90 minutes. But this is starting to smell really good now. Remember I said it had a funny smell? It's starting to smell pretty darn good at this point. I'm gonna let them stay on there for another hour. See how much more intense flavor I get by smoking them with the pellets instead of the wood chips. Okay, well here it is after 5 hours in the pellet smoke, and it's got a golden brown color as I talked about it. It's started turning yellow and then started to turn brown. When I use the hickory chips, it's sort of an orange brown color or an amber brown color. It turns a light orangish color and then turns a light brown. So this has I would say it has a stronger taste. Of course, usually when I use hickory chips, it's only about 90 minutes. This was 5 hours in the smoke from the smoke pellets. And it's got a stronger taste, but it's not an overpowering, more smokier taste. Y'all, I gotta tell you, smoked salt has changed my style of cooking. I really love it. And one thing I do is I take these coarse granules, put them in the blender, make it into powder, and then it goes on popcorn. Yeah, I do a lot of air pop popcorn. I like that with the smoked salt. There's a lot of other things I'm learning to do with smoked salt too. Anyway, since the pellets come in small packs, I think I'll buy it. Hey, pellet tube thing works great, and Kaduf deserved a good review from me with pellets, the way the thing was actually designed, because I used wood chips in that first video. All right, thanks for watching Big Lou Barbecue.